The supercomputers are very powerful computers in the world. After coming of the supercomputers to this world, an artificial intelligence has amazingly exploited. So, one supercomputer is equal to 1 lakhs of normal computers. So, after this, by 2025 itself, one more project is coming on an extreme computer machines, that quantum computers. Those will be definitely an amazing computers. One quantum computers capability is equal to 1 lakh supercomputers. First time the IBM company has introducing the 3D processor in that quantum computers. Until now, until this 2021 August, we have seen only 2D processors, 2D CPU. Processor is nothing but CPU. So first time the 3D processors are coming in this quantum computers. Almost 100% of this project was succeeded. By the next year, the applications will come to the world from this quantum computers. So, an artificial intelligence will rise very powerfully in the world. So, beautiful technologies we are going to enjoy from the 2022 onwards. Okay, this is the computers technology as of now. Now, the next point is ecstatic state. Ecstatic means very happy state, amazing happiness. Peak state of that happiness is an ecstatic. Actually, ecstasy, it is a drug. From this word it was generated. Ecstasy, nandrolene, and so many tobacco related, all are drugs. So once ecstasy takes, the people will be in amazing happiness state for 8 hours. That's why many students in the world, many people are using this ecstatic drug. So people should be away from the drugs. Okay. Naturally, if you want to get an ecstatic state, some procedures we would have to follow. First one, about our income, which you are getting, that income should be partitioned to 4 levels: one fourth plus one fourth plus one fourth plus one fourth, like that. First one fourth for our family expenditure, including rent and all. Next one fourth for food and all. Next one fourth saving. Next one fourth for the tourism you would have to keep. If we want our people in the state of integrity, peace, joy, and balance in every abstraction of life, so we would have to shift to the trips at the vacations of summer or any other. And here I will say some beautiful words how to get ecstatic state. First content is living untroubled by good or Bad fortune. Once again, living untroubled by good or bad fortune. It says that when the ruler knows his own heart, the people are simple and pure. When he meddles with their lives, they become restless and disturbed. Bad fortune is what good fortune leans on. Good fortune is what bad fortune hides in. Who knows the ultimate end of this process? Is there no norm of light, of right? Yet what is normal soon becomes abnormal. People's confusion is indeed long standing. Thus, the matter is content to serve as an example and not to impose his will. He is pointed but does not pierce. He strengthens but does not disrupt. He illuminates but does not dazzle. So these words are very thinkable in our daily life. Here, very important contentment we would have to see. And one more content is try to go to the nature and sit somewhere, get the deep state of meditativeness for 10 minutes. So it's a very simple thing to get ecstatic state in the meditativeness. Just sit there, observe your eyes. If you get some colors on your eyes continuously, then you are in the state of deep meditation. And follow the two more important contents in our daily life. That the first content is see wholeness in place of good or bad fortune. It says when anyone is in the midst of an experience you believe is fortunate, such as a blissful relationship, financial success, excellent health, a great job with a new promotion, or children excelling in school, know that all is subject to change. Accumulated wealth has poverty hidden in it. Popularity has non recognition camouflaged in it too. And of course, the same is true during the periods that are generally thought of as unfortunate. Your life itself is the perfect place to personalize your ability to live untroubled by good or bad fortune, for you have the opportunity at every stage to see wholeness. So, rather than calling youth an aspect of good fortune and old age a mark of bad fortune, know that the youth you are is part of the wholeness of your old age. The elderly individual you may become is part of the wholeness of your development through the levels of change that are your physical existence. Life has death concealed in it. So, know your own heart and let your conduct be consistent with the outstandingness by not imposing your will. Be pointed, straight, and emulating without piercing, disrupting, or dazzling. The next second beautiful content is when bad fortune feels so troublesome that you can't get unstuck. See good fortune leaning on it. When you feel overpoweringly discouraged during a trip through the valley of despair, it can feel as if that's all there is. If you are unable to see a circumstance or situation as part of a larger picture, remind yourself that good fortune is leaning on his bad one, just as morning follows the darkest night, with wholeness as a backdrop. Rely on your knowledge of day following night at these times. Okay, this is the second content of ecstatic state. So, to get the ecstatic state, the teachers would have to follow the 50 verse of our happy life. So, I have defined the living styles for 50 verse. Verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, like that. Up to 50 verses are there. If you follow these verses in our YouTube channel every day, which has 20 minutes of chapter, you will get amazing ecstatic state, and you will come to know the knowledge of this society of whole world, and wisdom and great intelligence you will achieve if you pursue this 50 verses. For example, 10 beautiful verses I will say. First one, living the mystery. It has 20 minutes class. Go through on in our YouTube channel. Next, living contentment. Next chapter is living creatively, living in the flow. And the next chapter is living oneness. Next one is living with an independent mind. And next, very important things are chapters are living an unhurried life, unhurried life, living as an enlightened leader, living without attachment, living with flexibility, and living naturally. These verses are defined very outstandingly. So follow the verses. While following these verses, the procedure is go to the nature, sit somewhere for 20 minutes, start listening these words of verses. For example, if the chapter has 20 minutes of naturally living, so listen all that words, then you are able to hold more intelligence. Okay, myself, Professor Barigala Subba Rayudu, I will give one slogan for whole life. Mind it, that is, progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Really, it's suitable to everybody. Okay, this is the ecstatic state. So, I am a life coach also, and this faculty development program is the end product of my year long journey of research of academics, contemplation, and application of the wisdoms that's been translated in some other languages, with the exception of some foreign countries' languages. Many scholars consider my interpretation is the ultimate discourse on the nature of existence of an academics, and it continues to be a valuable resource for achieving a way of academics that guarantees integrity, joy, peace, and balance in the life. Okay, next one is knowledge and commitment. This knowledge is a very, very important factor for every teacher. To get the knowledge, you would have to study very deeply everything. And commitment, next one. This is mandatory to every teacher. If you execute your commitment very potentially in the class, then amazing results you could see. I will say one example. Do you know Innocent? In the 1890s and in the year of 1830s, around that, she preferred to teaching. She has taught nearly 35 years. So Anne Besant, she was born in England. She came to India to teach. At that time, she has given some interviews. According to her interpretations, so in the Europe countries, the students are very aggressive. That's why there is no need of my role. That's why I came to India, because I have observed three regions of the world. That is, in the belief system. The belief system of Europe countries people and Asian countries people and African countries people. A lot of difference is there. That's why I came to serve here. Their aggressive belief system I have seen, but in Asian countries, really very bad belief systems I have seen. That's why, first, an education is very important to enlighten that belief system. That's why I came to India like that. She has told. In 1820s, she reached Chennai through some places, I think via Dubai. She has taken also a ship journey. So in Chennai, she used to go to slums and she has taught English subject, maths, science to the young generation. Like that, She has served 35 years to whole India. After that, she went to Kolkata and she also met Mother Teresa. After that, she has dispatched and went to Delhi area. In Rajasthan, Jaipur, Jaisalmer, Kota, Jodhpur, all that places, she was roamed and taught English subjects very nicely to that Rajasthani students. So she has committed really 100% to her interpretations. Really, many lives she has enlightened. So many Britishers warned her, get out from this country, go to somewhere like that. She didn't get any fear. After that, she used to go to villages, nearly 40,000 villages in India. She went and taught. Really, it's an amazing commitment. Actually, teacher is also a soldier. Soldiers, do you know in Kashmir how they will live? Minus degrees temperature, even no huts to stay. If we pour some coffee on cup, within 10 seconds that will boil and it totally will cool. Even food also like that. So it's unable to do the services there, but soldiers will do regularly. So regularity is very very important to teach potentially, even updating and commitment. These two are really wonderful factors to enlighten our young generation. Okay, thank you very much. All the best to you.